In the year 2000, a Korean assistant was given the task of disposing of hundreds of bottles of formaldehyde by an American pathologist. The bottles were emptied down a drain that ran into the Han River. A peculiar amphibious beast is sighted multiple times in the waterway surrounding Seoul during the subsequent years. In 2006, Park Gang-do and his father Hee-bong run a little snack bar in Honggang Park. Park Gang-do is a slow-witted man. Hyun-seo, Gang-do's daughter, Nam-ju, a famous archer, and Namael, a college dropout who has yet to find work. A monstrous beast appears out of the Han River and starts slaughtering humans. While attempting to assist an American in fighting the monster, Gang-do accidentally releases his grip on his daughter's hand as he catches up to the fleeing crowd. The monster plunges back into the river after grabbing Hyun-seo. The Park family is among those compelled to remain in quarantine following the victim's mass funeral. The United States Forces Korea (USFK) and the Korean government have claimed that the monster carries a deadly virus that no one knows about. A call comes in from Hyun-seo to Gang-do. Her phone suddenly dies while she is describing being ensnared in the sewers by the monster. In order to find Hyun-seo, Gang-do and his family break out of the hospital's quarantine and buy supplies from criminals. Attacked and swallowed by the monster are two homeless boys named Se-jin and Se-ju. Only Se-ju survives as it goes back to its sewer sleeping quarters and regurgitates the others. Se-ju and Hyun-seo take refuge in a drain pipe, out of the creature's reach. The monster is confronted by the Park family, who continue to fire at it until their ammunition runs out. The monster kills Hee-bong and then darts away, seemingly unaffected by the gunshots. After the army captures Gang-do, Namael and Nam-ju split up. While at an office, Namael meets up with an old acquaintance he calls Fat Guevara for some help and finds out that his family is the target of a government bounty. After Namael learns Hyun-seo's whereabouts, close to the Wonhyo Bridge, he manages to elude capture, unaware that Fat Guevara has already contacted authorities in order to collect the reward. Meanwhile, Gang-do overhears a doctor from the United States claiming that the virus is all an elaborate hoax to divert attention away from where the creature actually came from. They decide to silence Gang-do by lobotomizing him. While the monster is fast asleep, Hyun-seo attempts to free herself and Se-ju from its lair by utilizing a rope she fashioned from old clothing. However, the monster reawakens and devours them both. By capturing a nurse as a hostage, Gang-do manages to escape from his captors. A plan to kill the monster is announced by the government and USFK. They intend to release a toxic chemical called Agent Yellow around the river. When Gang-do locates the monster, he notices that Hyun-seo's arm is hanging from its jaws. In his pursuit, he encounters Nam-ju and eventually reaches the site of the chemical's release. It charges the massive gathering that has gathered to oppose the chemical dump. The release of Agent Yellow stuns the beast. As Gang-do rescues Hyun-seo from its jaws, he finds that she has passed away while cradling Se-ju. With the help of Namael, Nam-ju and a homeless man, Gang-do unleashes his wrath on the creature after her death. Then Gang-do kills it by poking it with a pole after they set it on fire. Meanwhile, Gang-do brings Se-ju back to life while they grieve for Hyun-seo. After some time had passed, Gang-do adopted Se-ju and took over his father's snack bar. He hears a noise as he watches the river, so he goes to investigate but he doesn't find anything. Ignoring a news report that said the incident's fallout was caused by false information, he and Se-ju eat lunch together.